I'd like to make some comments, a motion, and maybe a suggestion if I could. I'm concerned about the upcoming fare increases. I'm concerned particularly about how they impact handicapped people. But more importantly, I think that there's some confusion, some new suggestions have been made. And I'm concerned that we're making a decision today when we need to be a little bit slower, a little bit more thoughtful, and need to consider a few more options. I think it would be a good idea for this board to consider tabling the fare increase until we've had some time to think about it and be just a little bit more thoughtful. And I would make that motion. I would like to make a suggestion, which is this. I was very impressed recently that some working groups on procurements and on paratransit yielded great results. We got smart, competent people to chair committees. They were able to spend some time with other board members and critical staff members from the MTA to come back and make real recommendations to the board to solve problems that have been intractable and difficult to solve over the years. I would suggest that we consider doing the same thing with the fare hike. So I make that motion. Thank you.
Mr. Chair, additionally to Commissioner Ward's point, given a change in state law that precludes us from voting on toll increases until February, I would second the suggestion of Commissioner Ward to delay this until February, this being the fair vote discussion.
A motion has been made and seconded. I will decline the opportunity to comment because I think statements from our two board members are clear enough. If there are no questions, Mr. Schwartz.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I support the comments made by Commissioner Ward, and I do support and think we should vote to delay acting on any fare increase today. I also support his recommendation, one that's been made by me and others on the board, to create a working group to look at other revenue alternatives rather than just looking at a fare increase as a revenue alternative, with the priority being riders first, budget second. And one of the suggestions I'll make is to convene a working group within the Finance Committee to begin immediately, and you don't have to be on the Finance Committee to participate if you want, to come up and look at all kinds of revenue opportunities to minimize or offset any potential fare increase, and have those recommendations ready well in advance of the meeting. And the other thing, because I've been very vocal about it, and I just want to keep it on the record, is that if we have to, in February or whenever, vote for some type of fare increase plan on the riders, I can never support a fare increase unless there's some kind of performance improvement metrics that ensures the riders that they're going to continue to see, hopefully in the future, better service and more reliability. I made a vain effort in a short period of time to try to come up with my own set of metrics, working with the MTA to do that. Those metrics were to improve on-time performance, to reduce the number of delays, whether it's signal failure, track failure, car failure, to ensure, at least on commuter rails, that there was adequate seating on the trains by reducing the number of short trains on the system. I have no pride of authorship on what the metrics should be. And I would look forward to working with every and any board member that agrees with this philosophy, that we need to change the thinking and the culture of how we operate the system to make sure that there's clear performance metrics tied to any potential future fare increase, to kind of give some level of trust and confidence to the ridership that we're going to continue to move forward on a path of greater reliability of the system that they depend on. Thank you.
All right, there's been a motion made and seconded. It's pretty clear. All in favor? Second? Opposed? Abstaining? The motion carries, which... Oh, Mr. Saul abstains. This means that in the next month, we will be considering not only what is before us, but all the other alternatives, consulting widely among the board, as well as stakeholders, and bring this back for a vote at our February meeting.